Completely different. Naftali Bennett is head of the Habayit HaYehudi, or Jewish Home Party. You seem to have big support on the left here.
That's surprising.
Born in Haifa, he is the son of parents who made Aliyah from San Francisco, and he served as a major in the elite Sayeret Matkal. He then established a successful software firm, which he sold for a fortune. Served as Benjamin Netanyahu's chief of staff and as director general of the Yesha Settlers Council, as well as forming Yisrael Sheli, the My Israel movement. Naftali Bennett.
First of all, it's great being here. My mom was deputy director of AACI in Haifa, so I've got a deep connection. I remember collating those bulletins before there were emails. I'm also very proud to tell you that we're the only party with Ole, an American Ole, in a realistic location in the list. That's Jeremy Gimpel. And I do need to apologize in advance. I notified the organizers at 9 p.m. he's going to replace me, but I felt it important at least to come over. I think I'm the only party leader here. We care about the Olim a lot. I'll tell you a short story. There was Rabbi Aryeh Levin, was a big tzaddik. He was the rabbi of the undergrounds before, prisoners before the state of Israel was established. Anyway, sometime in the 50s, he was walking on the street and he saw one of his former students, dressed as a soldier now, walking and coming towards him and suddenly evading, crossing the street. And he didn't understand what's going on. So he said, come here, why are you running away from me? So the soldier, this tall, proud soldier, came over a bit awkwardly and he said, Rabbi, you know, I don't have a kippah on anymore. Now the rabbi was very short and he said, you know, I am very short. I can only reach your heart. And what I see, I don't know what you have on your head. Do you have a kippah? You don't have a kippah. But what I see is a huge heart of a soldier in Tzva Haganah Yisrael that's fighting for Israel. And that's all I care about. And apparently it was the godfather of Bougie Herzog. Amazing. So this is what we're about. We don't see if you have a kippah or you don't have a kippah, whether you're Haredi, secular. Israel has real challenges that need real solutions that'll get solved only if we remove the barriers between everyone, even between Jews and Arabs and Druze and everyone. We need to solve the problems. Just to give you a sense, the housing prices went up 40% during this last tenure of Netanyahu. It's very difficult for a young couple to finish the month in Israeli terminology, and we've got a 39 billion shekel deficit. So we've got some real issues to solve, but if we fight each other the whole time, we're not going to solve them. I was in a panel with Bougie, and he talked about his platform, and I found myself agreeing with 70% of what he said. So I figured let's agree to disagree on the 30%. Hint, it's about the Palestinian state. So we won't agree about that. But is that really the defining issue of Israel right now? Is that the only thing we need to fuss about? I think that we need to look in domestically, solve issues. And Minister Edelstein looked backward 4 years. Let's talk about looking forward for about 30 years. Let's talk about year 2040, what our vision is for Israel. I see a strong and secure Israel, still in a region that may be very difficult. We don't control the region. We don't control Iran or a radical Egypt, but a strong and confident Israel. I see 10 million Jews living in Israel. I see a deep connection that we don't have enough today, and I know that Yuli Edelstein did amazing stuff here with the Jews in the diaspora, and they look at us proud and view Israel, even if they don't live in Israel, they view Israel as their center and the Prime Minister of Israel as the Jewish leader of the world. I see Israel where people can go out and work and live with dignity. They don't have to be in a constant fight just to survive, which is the case right now. Even if a couple, both sides work, it's almost impossible to put any money aside, let alone buy a house. I see in Israel with full civil rights for everyone, and we work hard for that. We got to work hard to bring the Haredim into society, to bring the Arabs into society, but it all requires to put aside hate. Now, I don't want to wipe away the differences. There are differences. For example, the Likud, the Yesh Atid, etc., all support establishing a Palestinian state within the land of Israel. I vehemently oppose it. I think it would...
Even with the applause, 1 minute, Naftali.
1 minute to go. So I vehemently oppose it, but I do think it's time for a fresh approach. Let's try and reach out peace de facto in the field, not in Oslo, in Annapolis. They don't get it. We get it. There's 400,000 Israelis living in Judea and Samaria. There's 1.8 million Arabs. No one's going anywhere. No one's evaporating. So there's no big love in the air. But you know what? Things are starting to work out in the field. We work together. We drive on the same roads. We've got some similar problems. And we even shop in the same supermarkets from a few years ago. Now, we can ruin all of this by establishing yet another Muslim state in our midst, like we did in Gaza, and get another 100 years of misery. There are some differences, but I think there's more things that can connect us, and I'm very optimistic for Israel of 2040. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naftali Bennett. And like Naftali said, you will be replaced later on by Jeremy Gimpel. Dov Lipman of Yair Lapid's Yesh Atid, There Is a Future Party, is a rabbi ordained at the Near East